The Hamas terrorist group has handed over 2 more bodies of deceased hostages who had been held in the Gaza Strip. Meanwhile, tens of thousands of people blocked streets in Jerusalem as they protested mandatory military service. NTD's Jason Perry has the details.
Israeli police saluted as 2 white vans entered the National Institute of Forensic Medicine on Thursday. The vehicles were carrying what was said to be the bodies of 2 more hostages that had been held in the Gaza Strip for the last 2 years, and specialists will now examine them to determine whether they are the bodies of deceased hostages. This comes just days after Israel released a video they say show Hamas terrorists removing a body from this building, burying it, and then pretending to discover it in front of representatives of the Red Cross. According to the Gaza peace plan, brokered by President Trump, Hamas had 72 hours to return all the hostages, living and deceased. It has now been almost 3 weeks with at least 11 bodies yet to be returned. Phase 2 of the ceasefire calls for the disarmament of Hamas, something the terrorist group has not yet agreed to. However, U.S. troops in Israel are overseeing preparations for the implementation of the Gaza peace plan. And troops from other countries are expected to oversee the disarming of the terrorist group. But Israel has said Turkey will not be part of that force, accusing the country's president of leading a, quote, hostile approach against Israel. Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan met with German Chancellor Friedrich Merz on Thursday and said Israel had committed genocide in the Gaza Strip, but the German Chancellor defended Israel's actions in the territory.
Israel exercised its right to self-defense, and it would have taken only one decision to avoid countless unnecessary casualties. Hamas should have released the hostages earlier and laid down its arms. The children in Gaza, whose fate also touches me personally, have become victims of hostage-taking by the terrorist organization Hamas.
And on the same day, while speaking to a graduating class of military officers, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said this.
At the end of the day, Hamas will be disarmed and Gaza will be demilitarized. If foreign forces do this, all the better. And if they don't, we will do it.
Meanwhile, tens of thousands of ultra-Orthodox Jews protested against mandatory service in the Israeli military. And tragically, during the protest, a teen was killed after he fell from a building. Police are now investigating the incident. Ultra-Orthodox Jews attending seminary were exempt from military service until Israel's Supreme Court ruled last year that they must serve. Jason Perry, NTD News.